Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to call this salary board meeting to order. If everyone would please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes from the last salary board meeting.
Motion.
On the question, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the minutes have been approved. Opportunity for the public to address the board on agenda items only. Seeing that there is no one, we'll move into the motions. I'll entertain a motion to accept the salaries as presented in the 2025 budget for the Clerk of Judicial Records.
Motion.
Second.
On the question, we'll have the Clerk of Judicial Records, Maury Kelly, come up and say a few words. Oh, they make the motion. Okay, sorry about that.
That's okay. Normally, we just do, I say, can I have a motion to accept the,
Sorry about that. My
that's
first time.
okay. In any event, yeah, just the budget that was presented to me for the salaries of the Clerk of Judicial Records, just asking for the motion to accept that.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
On the question, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the motion has been approved. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much.
Next up is Frank Castellano with the courts.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
On behalf of the court, I respectfully request a motion by the board to accept the salaries as presented in the 2025 budget.
Okay. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion and a second on the question. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the motion has been approved.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You're up now.
Ready? Mr. Chairman, I'm making a motion to accept the salaries on behalf of the commissioners as presented in the 2025 budget.
Is there a second?
Second.
On the question? All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the motion has been approved.
This is 244048. This is a motion to create the position of Director of Office and Youth and Family Services at a salary of $130,000. The explanation for this is on November 27th. The county and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania entered into a settlement agreement that restored the Office of Youth and Family Services full license. One of the main parts of the settlement agreement was to create the new position of Director of Office of Youth and Family Services. The position has to be created and filled within 45 days of the signed agreement. If it's not, the agreement will be null and void. We researched all available salaries for Class 3 counties, and the average salary came to $132,043. I am recommending the new position's salary be set at $130,000, of which the county's share will be $26,000. The position is mandated by the state and will be paid by the state at 80%.
Thank you. Great. Is there a second? You made the motion, right, Brian?
I made the motion, sir.
Okay. Is there a second
I'll second it.
on the question?
And just, Brian, so we're clear here, without this position being created in OIFS, the settlement with the state to receive our full license just simply won't happen.
That is correct. We will lose the
So,
license.
right.
That's correct, Commissioners, yes.
Okay. Thank you. Anyone else? All those in favor of the motion, say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the motion has been approved. Next up is the Controller's Office.
Yes, I make a motion to accept the salaries as presented in the 2025 budget for the
There's-
Controller's Office.
Is there a second? Second. On the question? All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the motion has been approved. Next up is the Coroner's Office.
Mr. Chairman, the coroner is unable to attend due to whatever he's up to. I don't want to presume, so I'm going to present on his behalf. This is a motion to accept the salaries as presented in the 2025 budget on behalf of the coroner's office.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
On the question? All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the motion has been approved.
I like Tim Rowland, but I don't think anybody wants to, see him.
Next up is the District Attorney's Office.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to make a motion to accept the salaries as presented in the 2025 budget for the District Attorney's Office.
Okay, is there a second
Second.
on the question? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the motion has been approved. And next up is Mr. Finnerty again.
Yes, we're, two job titles need to be changed in the District Attorney's Office. An Assistant District Attorney, we need to put into as a Deputy District Attorney, and a Deputy District Attorney is going back as an Assistant DA.
Okay. Is there a second on that motion?
Second.
On the question? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the motion has been approved.
And for the second time, Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas. Next up is Recorder of Deeds.
Merry Christmas to all who have granted all my wishes throughout the years, even up to the salary board. Anyway, seriously, Merry Christmas. Just wanted to make a motion to accept the salaries as presented in the salary board for the year 2025.
It's been a motion. Is there a second
Second.
on the question? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the motion has been approved.
Thank you very much.
Very nice, thank you.
Next up is Frank Kovaleski, Register of Wills.
Good afternoon, Commissioners.
Good
I
afternoon.
make a motion to accept the budget as presented for the Register of Wills Office and the Orphans Court Office.
There's been a motion. Is there a second? Second. On the question? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the motion has been approved. Thank you.
Thank you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's.
Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Christmas.
Next up is the Sheriff, Mark McAndrew.
Good afternoon, Commissioners.
Afternoon.
Afternoon.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy, healthy New Year to y'all. Before I make a motion, there's a few things that I want to say regarding my budget, okay? I just want to talk to you about the expansion of my office and the duties and responsibilities that we have over the past 5 years. We staff 5 buildings: the Criminal Justice Center, this building, the Globe, the Courthouse, the Bricks, and the Gateway Center. We also took over a juvenile detention center. Okay, we took over domestic relations warrants. We took over all the security for the magistrate's office. That's 10 buildings. In addition to all the summer activities and concerts, which add up to about 8 to 10 concerts a year, plus all the other duties I didn't even mention. I guess what I'm trying to tell you directly is this budget is not feasible. It's not doable. There's no way that I could stay within the parameters of the budget. It's just impossible. Plus what a collective bargaining agreement that I have. And I want to get to the scheduling, because I know a few people were critical of my scheduling. In the past, this was tried before, where we went to a 7-day work week. They tried it and it failed. And it'll be more pronounced now because of the size of my office and all the duties we have. But in the spirit of cooperation, I'm going to try it for 3 months. I do not expect it to work, because what's going to happen is, and again, I've read this book a couple of times, is when they're scheduled to work on the weekends, they're going to use their benefit time. They're going to take vacation, sick, personal time, and then their scheduled days off, they're going to sign up for overtime, and they're going to slam me in overtime. And per the collective bargaining agreement, there's not a thing I can do about it. So I have to accept the motion to accept the salary, but I just want to be very upfront when you tell you that it's not doable. It's never going to happen.
And let me just comment on that for
Sure.
a minute and be upfront with you. So we obviously face pronounced financial challenges, okay, which I know that you understand as an elected official in this county. And we cut your budget by $750,000 in overtime, And PFM, who is the company who we hired through the Strategic Management Planning Program, just came out with several recommendations for your office. So we would like to work with you to implement those changes, which we all think will result in some savings. And I know you're talking about the scheduling. The bottom line is we need to find savings. And scheduling is an issue, and you're the elected official in charge of that office. So we're asking you, not only as commissioners, but as taxpayers, to start to change the way the office is run to help us find savings in that office.
I am going to
And
do
we-
it.
Good. And we will
sorry.
meet, and this isn't the appropriate place to get into the details now because it's a salary board, but we will meet with you along with PFM and go through those recommendations in detail because we think the office can be run a little bit more efficiently.
Well, I respectfully disagree, Commissioner, and I'll prove that in 3 months.
Okay, great.
So on that, I'll make the motion to accept the salaries presented in 2025 budget.
Is there a second?
But you don't expect it to happen, so, again, this isn't the time or place for it, but the mentality that you don't expect it to happen, I'm not sure is the right approach. I'm not sure it is sending the right message, but we can discuss this more offline.
Commissioner, what I'm
Thank you.
basing that on
Thank
is
you.
past experience. That's what I'm basing it on, not past experience. I've experienced this attempt before on a smaller scale, and they reverted back to the old way. If I thought this was more effective, I would have instituted this new schedule 12 years ago. But the bottom line is it's opening up, we'll talk about it more in detail at another time, but it's opening up more overtime opportunity. So I respectfully don't agree with that recommendation. I'll try it for 3 months, and I'll report back to you in 3 months. But I do not anticipate that I think it's going to cost the taxpayers
Well,
money.
we'll discuss that again, but again,
Yes, we
that's an outside source coming in and really opening up the book, something that hasn't been done in quite some time, and these are their findings, and that's what,
Well, we're going to work with them for 3 months. We're going to give it a shot. We already made the adjustments already to the schedule, so we'll see how it works out.
Okay. Is there a second? Second. On the question? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the motion has been approved. Okay, next up is the treasurer.
Good afternoon, everybody. How are you? Good, good. So I'd like to make a motion to accept the salaries as presented in the 2025 budget for the Lackawanna County Treasurer's Office.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
On the question? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the motion has been approved. Thank you.
Happy holidays and everybody a happy, healthy new year as well.
Happy holidays.
Thank you. Opportunity for the public to address the board. Members, other business. Commissioner Chermak?
Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy New Year.
Commissioner McGuinn?
Happy holidays, everybody. Merry Christmas.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
On the question? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the meeting is adjourned.